Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Spectacular Comics and More. My name is Moses, and I wanted to do something a bit different for you guys. I wanted to look at some eBay listings and some sold books on eBay in the past couple months and see if I would have bought those books. Recently, one of my friends asked me, hey, would you have bought this book? And we kind of looked at it together, and I said, this probably wouldn't be a bad idea for a video. So let's kind of just jump right into it. I chose 4 books at random that just looked like interesting auctions, and I chose this one. This is the only one that's not at random because I actually wanted to see what I got, because the listing for this particular book is pretty similar to what I did. So let's jump right into this one. Spider-Man issue 252, first appearance of the black suit. So this listing had the book sold 2 months ago in June, and it was sold for about $500 with $14 shipping. After taxes, he probably did about $550-ish, somewhere around there, somewhere in that ballpark. And this book was signed by Ron Frenz. Let's see. My book, it was also a 9.6, also direct edition, signed by Klaus Janson. Ron Frenz also did the art and the cover, while Klaus Janson also just did the cover. I would argue that Klaus probably has a bit more name recognition, but that's debatable. I think the value of each of their signatures are probably comparable when it comes to Spider-Man 252. So let's take a look. The fair market value for this book is a $425, but that's for the unsigned. So let's look at the actual signature series of this book. The 90-day average so far looking pretty good. This guy might have made out like a bandit. All right, so let's look. What? What is this spike? Did everyone sign this $9,000 for? Okay, let's look at this 9. I gotta see this 9. Hold on, I am so sorry. That's let's look. Let me look for this $9,000 ASM 252, because that is absolutely insane. Okay, I don't see the 9,000 one, but I do see an 8,000. So this 8,000, let's look at this. This was signed by Stan Lee, Tom DeFranco, and Ron Frenz at a 9.6 off-white to white pages. Boy, let me tell you, I would never come close to spending $8,000 on this book. I would buy Hulk 141 or 181 or some other key or 5 other keys and spend $8,000 on this book. I hope this is a mistake. I mean, I like Stan Lee as much as the next guy, but oh my god, there's so many better ways to get this book for, God, a quarter of this price, even with Stan Lee's signature. This is really funny. Part of me hopes this is a joke. I really hope this isn't real. Okay, my bad. I got very sidetracked. So that book was $496, about $550 spent on that book. And then there it is right there. Honestly, I think this guy did amazing. White pages, too. Let's look. We have 500. We have this 1,400 here. Guarantee you that's a Stan Lee signature. Yeah, Stan Lee signature. When you see those big jumps with the signature series, and it's a Marvel book, guarantee that's probably either Todd McFarlane or Stan Lee. Those two people can really make a book's value just almost double with their signatures. So this 1,800 one here, probably also Stan Lee. Yeah, look at that. And actually, this 1,800 one is Ron Frenz, Tom DeFranco, Klaus Janson, and it's quad signed with a Stan Lee custom label, and is still, what is it, $1,800, a fourth of what that other guy paid. I really hope the other comic, the $8,000 one, is a joke. That is hilariously funny. But anyway, just for one signature, I'm sure this is a double signature, okay, but let's see, what is this one? This one's a single signature. I think this guy did a really good job with his comic book deal. $500 for this book in a 9.6, I think is an amazing deal. I would absolutely buy that book. That is A+. And 67 bids. Wow, I'm surprised it was not higher, honestly. But amazing deal. Now let's move on to the next one. We have Amazing Spider-Man 361 at a 9.8 unsigned first full appearance of Carnage in a newsstand with a Carnage custom label. It's a great custom label, by the way. I don't know when this book was sold. It does not say here for some reason. I'm going to assume it was pretty recent though. I'm going to assume it was not during the Carnage movie that came out because that could have influenced the score, but I'm going to assume it did not. So let's look at it. A 9.8 for $700 with $20 shipping. After tax, you're probably looking at about $800. I don't think this book is worth $800. Yeah, and neither does the market. This guy, I think, overpaid for this book. I personally for me, like I have this book at like a 9.6. I won't get it graded because I wanted a 9.8, but it's raw. I don't think I would pay more than $550 for a 9.8, and that's about what this is sitting at here. You got $490, you got $550, you got $575. I don't think anyone recently has even paid over. Okay, we got 1.7, but he still cut a deal. This is a best offer. Yeah, no, unfortunately, this guy, I mean, I guess he paid a lot for the custom label, but yeah, no, I don't think this was a good deal. I think $550 is about the sweet spot for this deal. Let's go on to the next book. Okay, Todd McFarlane, Batman 423, CGC signed at an 8.5. It had the same exact book, first print as well, but in an 8.0. So I'm a little jealous right now. But, God, this is such a beautiful cover. This is such a beautiful cover. It's one of my favorite Todd McFarlane covers. Let's see, at an 8.5, unsigned is 160 average. Whew, that hurts. And this was $366 with shipping at $17. Probably sitting around like $430 after everything. So let's see. Yeah. Oh wow, this guy kind of hit it right on the market. Right at the market. Wow, this one guy, 180. And 180 for the height of COVID is an amazing deal, honestly. I'm very jealous. 180, Jesus. But let's see. We got 325, 379. This right here was a best offer, $500. He probably asked for like $100 off, maybe $150 if he was really good at it. Yeah, I think $360. I think this book sits about right. I think he kind of paid right in the middle, like right where this book is for FMV. $367. Actually, there it is. I think that's fine. I think that price is fine. But holy crap! Before, my God, this book was selling before. Not even worth what the Todd McFarlane signature is today. That's crazy. But yeah, I have no problem with this price. I think this price is fine. I may not have paid for that book. I might have just paid a little bit more for a higher grade, but that's just me. But I think paying $360 for this book is completely acceptable, and I don't think he made any huge mistakes there. So another one that's pretty okay. Let's see. Now we have another signature series. We have Batman issue 608, the beginning of the Hush storyline, signed by Jeff Loeb. You don't see a lot of his signatures around. That's awesome. Yes, signed by Jeff Loeb, 9.4. I chose this book because I thought $100 was a really good price for this book, actually. One, it's an amazing story. It's one of his most iconic stories, and it's one of the few covers where the second print is actually more valuable than the first print, which I found this interesting. But this is still the first print. So let's look at that. 9.4. Jesus Christ, $26. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Jesus. Oh my God. $26, huh? Okay. Now let's look at the signature series. Wow, this guy got it right. Okay, this book just goes for $100. Okay, we have a 200 is probably dual signed. No, it's not. But this is a Jim Lee signature. I think Jim Lee, I mean, you can't beat a Jim Lee signature when it comes to a lot of his Batman books. I mean, very few people are going to upstage a Jim Lee signature, so I can see why this book went for $200. I still think that's a bit much. I don't think I would have went that high. Especially at a 9.4. Maybe if this was a 9.6, 9.8, maybe. And exactly, look, you have Jim Lee's signature here on one of the higher points of the market last year, literally just a year ago, 13 months ago. And this was selling for 120. And then again, right at the height of the market, the infamous year 2021, he had Jim Lee's signature again. It sold for less at 106. I think 100 is probably fine. I think it's probably fine for this book. It seems to be right where the market is. It seems to be nothing really crazy going on. This 270 is probably a triple signature. No, it's not. Oh my god. This guy, 270 is way too much. But for 100 even, $17 shipping, probably like 130, probably. I think that's fine. It's a good book. It's a great cover. So I think that's fine. Now last, we have Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16, the first appearance of Monica Rambeau. I chose this one because, of course, we know the Marvel's movies is coming out soon, and this book will probably crash and burn after this. I bought this book right before she was announced, so I got this book pretty cheap. It looks like a 9.4, and I think I got it for under $100. I think it was like $60 or something like that. Yeah, look at that. So this book was sold at a 9.8 for $474 shipping. So this after taxes probably about $535. My gut tells me that's probably okay. I wouldn't pay that much for it personally. I don't care for this book in the 9.8. I don't really care for the character, and I don't think I'm going to care for the movie. Yeah, okay, so looks about comparable. So let's see. We have the most recent sold for $600. To me, that's way too much, but that's just me. $500, $470. This is probably the one we just looked at. $630 for $515 or $14. That's the incorrect book. Not sure why that's there. So yeah, so looks about $550 is just about the average. Maybe a little bit less, actually. A little bit under $550 is probably about the average for this book in the past 18 months. Jesus. Wow, this book, in 2022, they were really specking hard on this book. People lost a lot of money on this book. $800, $1,100, $900. Like, look at this cliff fall. And then a big spike right here, probably around the time the Marvel movies was really announced. You saw the first trailer or teaser or something, and now it's on a cliff fall. It's probably going to rise again. Like, this thing will probably keep going up again right until the movie comes out, and then it's going to cliff fall again. It's why I do not like buying spec books, especially with Marvel's later movies. They have not been good to any of the speculation. If anything, I would say do not buy this book. I would wait. I would get this book about a month after the movie comes out. Probably a month after the movie comes out. I'm sure this book will drop. This book is $476 that this person bought it for. Just get it after. That's my opinion. I don't think that he spent too much. I think $474 is okay. It's an okay price. But personally, I do not care to get this book in a 9.8. That's just me. Interesting. All right. But yeah, how'd you guys like these videos? I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I'm probably going to do this again. This is really interesting, seeing these scores, seeing what I would get. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have more comic book videos coming up. I have more CGC unboxes coming up. I have a couple of Ultimate Fallout 4s coming back signed. I can't wait. I'm really excited for those. I think a couple of those might be triple signature too. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed, and let me know what you guys think. Later, guys.